Yo! Wait, there's not a lot of people here. I was expecting more people. Mia! I'm so glad you came. You brought Finley with you too? Yeah, I asked him if you wanted to come. But just to watch. Oh, watching? Nonsense. You're just in time. One of our members dropped out today. Caught a flu at the hibernation festival or something. Oh no, can we still rehearse without them? Well, sure we can. You've brought the perfect replacement. But... Oh, yeah, Finley, please say you'll join in. All right, now that's just rude. Mia knows that I wanted nothing to do with participation, and now she's manipulating me into doing it. She knows better. At least Pina didn't know better. I'm sure that's just what I need to feel more comfortable in my first role. All right. Yay. Woohoo. I was in a theater group in elementary school, but might be a little rusty. What's the play? Will it even work with someone new in that role? That's what's so great. We're an improv troupe. Oh god, that's even worse. That doesn't make it easier, that makes it harder. We give everyone a role at the start of the show and just see what happens. And tonight, we've got something very special in store. Terrible crime that needs solving. Well, I'm scared already. You're telling me. And you, Finley, are going to be our detective, the private eye. Guy who was a little too tough for the police. You're basically the referee. It'll be great practice for the rest of the group. Gret? Oh my god. Oh, okay. I hope I can pull this off. I know you can. This is going to be great. Is everyone ready? Yep. I'm already pumped. Let's go. A lot of birds involved in this production. All right. You've all been given a brief on your roles. Any questions? Good. Folks, we've got 2 new additions today. So to celebrate, I've come up with something special. Listen up, everyone. Hold on a second. Question. Where the F is Finley? He's not here. Where'd he go? We open on an old hospital. It's 6 in the morning. There's a storm outside. The rain's coming down in buckets as, one by one, you enter the building. Shortly after the shift begins, we hear the chief physician's voice break into a horrifying scream. Ah! Come on, you can do better than that. Let me feel your terror. Ah! Oh, much better. Body has been found in the chief physician's office. But it's not just any body. The body of the chief physician's personal assistant. You gather in the break room. The fresh coffee is still bubbling in the pot when the door flies open once more. Into the room strides none other than the city's most famous detective, Finley. That's your cue. Oh. His face is grave, his steps determined, and so the questioning begins. Finley, you just let me know when you're ready to give your verdict, okay? Okay. All right, folks. Let the interrogation begin. It won't let me leave. Okay. Well, I guess I'll talk to the physician herself. You don't understand how awful it was. If it were just a dead body, I wouldn't have been so shocked. I've seen more than a few of them over the course of my career. But in my office? For my 3rd cup of coffee? What's the world coming to? How am I doing, Finley? Am I convincing? Well, you're doing great, but you need to stay in character. Yeah. Oops. All right, listen, she sucks. I'd like to ask you about the incident. Oh, yes, of course. I think we all wanted to get the bottom of this. As soon as possible, too. Where were you at the time of the murder? Oh, I'm busy, so keep it short. Very well, I'll be brief. Where were you when the incident happened? Oh, I wasn't in the building at the time of the incident. I'd already left early yesterday evening. I always try to get here as early as possible as a rule. They did it again, there's so many typos. That way, I can finish the day's work early too. Like today, my car broke down, so I didn't arrive until the same time as the rest of the staff. Breakdown service took forever, but maybe that was lucky for me in the end. Otherwise, it could have been me lying there on the cold floor. Horrible. It does rule me out completely as a suspect, though. I see. Is anything unusual? Well, I just can't stop wondering why it had to happen in my office, of all places, and how. The only person with a key besides me was my assistant. And we couldn't stand each other. I don't know what he was doing in my office. As far as I know, he was never in my office unless I was there too. His key was only for emergencies. So she didn't like the person that was killed? If you ask me, it was the nurse anyway. My PA made some nursing cuts a few weeks ago. I've heard nothing but complaints ever since. She also has a penchant for being unprofessionally emotional, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'll come back to you later. And who are you? I'd love to help, but I've been busy all morning. Where were you at the alleged time of murder? Well, something last night. That damn pipe in the basement burst again. Sometime last night. That's the third time. Whoa, where's that apostrophe going on in that that's? Oh my god, game, what are you doing? It's the third time this month. Not that anyone cares. Everything's always underwater. I spent the whole morning on my hands and knees down there, tinkering around. Then I thought, what's that strange object in the water? And then, hey presto! I had the murder weapon in my hand. Not that I knew that at the time, obviously. Oh, was there anything unusual? I don't know if this is relevant, but I talked to the guy a lot. Out on the stairs after work. He's the only guy here that smokes, apart from me, I see. 2 days ago, he was saying some weird stuff. Someone was following him, stuff like that. I had to calm him down. Told him he was imagining it. Turns out, he wasn't. Alright, thanks for the tip. You suspect anybody? Maybe the ambulance driver? He was always kind of weird when it came to the PA. So I'm sitting in the front guy's office again yesterday. Don't know if that helps. Ooh. I can ask about the politician or the physician? Well, I don't think my boss would kill anyone. He has a lot of money and a nice apartment. Why would she ruin all that? Nah, I don't see her doing that. Alright. It's really terrible what happened. I still can't believe it. I was even here when the crime took place and I still couldn't do anything. Well, where were you? I always come in extra early, because I like to work in peace before the hustle and bustle starts. So sat in my office all morning, going through patient records. I haven't been here a long time. I was eager for a fresh start after my previous hospital. I get along very well with everyone here, but still trying to get up to speed. Anything unusual? Well, as you may have already known, I'm pretty new here. I probably wouldn't even notice if there was something out of the ordinary. But maybe that will help you provide a more objective view than your colleagues. I suppose so. Oh, do you suspect somebody? Well, I don't want to make any false accusations, but there is one thing as it happens. Chief physician came to see me a few days ago. She asked me to keep an eye on the janitor. He was seen hanging around my floor a few times, heading into the storeroom. Some people suspect him of stealing medication. Well, have you noticed anything? No, I've never seen him there. But maybe the murder victim caught him in the act. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, truly. Are you getting along with your chief physician? Well, at the risk of sounding like a phony, I respect her very much and I'm glad to have the opportunity to work under her. I think I could still learn a lot from her. So what do you think about the janitor? Well, I mainly stay out of his way. My boss pointed out her suspicions to me. No, she said to keep an eye on him, but I just always get shivers down my spine at the idea of having dealings with a criminal. Does that mean I can ask more of them? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. No, what's the next option? Sorry. Oh, nope, no, it's nothing new. Okay. I don't know what could have happened. It was the chief physician. I'm sure of it. You've got to believe me. She would have done anything for him, but she swept that under the table. He threatened her with it. She wouldn't hesitate to resort to such means. Anything to preserve her career. I did see her leaving the building last night. And I was just starting my night shift, but doesn't mean anything at all. So, where were you? Me? Oh, I was only here for a cigarette break. Just got back from the night shift. I was going to go straight home after that. Well, was there anything else that might be relevant besides your theories? Well, I don't know if it's really relevant, but before the PA started here, he worked at another hospital. He was falsely accused of involuntary manslaughter, so they fired him. Can you imagine that? You suspect anybody? I told you, the chief physician, of course. Haven't you ever seen a detective drama? Well, have you spoken to the new doctor at all? I heard the news when she first started here, but I've never really talked to her. I don't think she liked her PA very much. What about the janitor? He's a nice guy. We used to smoke together a lot. Because our shifts synced up well. We don't sync up so much anymore. He's pretty reliable and nicer than most of the others. What is your opinion of the chief? We already know the answer to that. She's sneaky, I'm telling you. She thinks she's so much better than other people. It's because she can boss us around. Surprised she wasn't kicked out years ago. She's just a bad influence on everyone else. Yeah, okay. Oh man, I need a coffee. No, I couldn't stand him, but that doesn't make me a murderer. I went around wanting to murder people. I started actually doing it a long time ago. Not that I'm saying I did. Fact is, he just wasn't a nice guy. That's the new doctor. She'll tell you. Really had it in for her. It's more of a motivation to kill him than I've ever had. Besides, I was on duty on another ward at night all night. But I couldn't have killed him anyway. I have some questions for you. Said I was on duty. I don't know exactly when he was killed, but you're welcome to talk to all the patients on the ward. Spent a lot of time there that morning. Having a very long conversation with a woman in room 7. Didn't feel well, and she really wanted to talk to somebody about it. Not to mention giving them her whole life story. Well, you notice anything unusual? I remember wondering about the light that was on in the chief physician's office? Well, that was sometime in the early morning. You suspect anybody? No, I didn't see anyone. Or wait. Janitor. I saw the janitor on that floor. He said he was looking for a ladder for some repair work. Fortunately, I couldn't help him. Had my hands full of myself that morning. I have not completed my investigation. I heard something about that. It's been implied that you might have had a motive after all. Namely, a personal dislike combined with the nursing cuts. I already told you that I didn't like him. That doesn't mean I killed him. Being temperamental doesn't mean that I'm a murderer. Yeah, he made the nursing service even worse than it already was. I could have laid into him about it then. But did I do it? No. Am I sad that he's dead? No, I'm still not a murderer. Wow. So what do you think of the ambulance driver? Well, I don't know who that is. Did you ever have any contact with each other? No, never. You know, a hospital like this is a big place. If I ran around the building all day trying to make friends, you know what would happen then? We'd have a lot fewer patients and a lot more funerals. That's what. I mean, she's my boss. What more can I say? Tell me about the new doctor. Well, we work on the same ward. One thing I really remember was that the PA gave her a lot of stick. Most of it uncalled for, but I have no idea if she had a problem with that. Oh my god, so many options. We get along alright. He's quite a nice guy. Very talkative, but I think we just both enjoy not having a talk for a change? I think that the hospital would collapse without him. Alright, that's a lot of options. Do I have any new pop-ups over here now? Okay, so lots of new options. Oh my god. Something about your statement makes me wonder. You told me earlier that you and your PA couldn't stand each other, correct? That's correct. Interesting. Especially as I've heard from various sources that two of you got along very well. That is wild speculation, and anyway, it should make it even less of a make me even less of a suspect, if anything. True, I lied, but I only did it for the sake of my image. I don't want to be the kind of boss who's known for playing favorites, so I treat everyone the same. Okay. What do you think of the ambulance driver? I don't think I've ever talked to him. I don't interact with most of the employees here on a regular basis. You know what I mean? But the nurse. I mean, she does excellent work, no question. Her temperament was more of a hindrance than a help. PA recently made some nursing cuts. Other than that, she was certainly meant to be on duty. You never know what people are actually up to. I don't know who did this crap. She hasn't been here long, just a couple months. She's proven a good fit. You know what? At this point, I'm not even sure who is who. I don't remember who's the doctor and janitor. I was a little skeptical at first because I didn't know if she was assertive enough. But it's worked out fine in the end. She's normally very reliable. Oh, I did find a stack of uncompleted files on her desk just today. How about the janitor? Well, I'll be honest with you. I've always had the suspicion he was up to something crooked. Always creeping around everywhere, cropping up where you least expect him. I think he's been stealing, but I don't have any proof yet. Okay, I guess we're gonna go one by one again. I noticed something about the nurse. Suspect her? When I was on the other ward, she was on duty there, just like she was meant to be, because of her temper. I always thought it was just a rumor. There's another nurse on the ward who has frequent outbursts of anger. The nurse dealt with it herself more often than not. She understood the reasons behind it. I think she just cares a lot about her team. So you really were in the basement all morning? I've been asking around a bit here, and several people said they saw you. What? The nurse saw me? I was just fetching some tools like she thought. Honestly. Okay, I wasn't. I confess, I snuck out of the basement. But I didn't kill him. I sometimes take medication from the hospital. Only a little. It's just all so expensive. Sometimes I take things that nobody needs anymore anyway. That's why I was in the war, but that's the only reason. What the hell is going on? Alright, what about the ambulance? Oh, we used to smoke together. That was... Oh, we already did this. He's quit now, so we don't see each other that often anymore. It's also been a little weird recently. Maybe he wants a job or something, but he's been chasing that PA around a lot. What? I saw her in the ward yesterday. We didn't talk, but then that's normal for us. Always busy, really. The new doctor? She's avoiding me, but I don't know why. Okay. Oh my god, so much. Chief physician's story makes me wonder. You know how your chief physician felt about her assistant? Where was she today? Well, I don't know what kind of relationship my boss had with the PA. She always leaves the building at the same time on Mondays. Does she wants to catch that show about doctors on TV? Which is always on at that time. That's what someone told me once, at least. I don't know if she's a suspect, but I think she's a smart woman. I don't think she would have killed anyone in her own office. Or she'd be one of the most obvious suspects. It's just my opinion. She was cursing her head off when she arrived this morning, too, because her car broke down. Saw them towing it away. Well, that's weird. Well, you said you got along with all of them. Yet I've heard differently. I've been reliably informed that you didn't have a good relationship with the murder victim. I've never tried to hide it. I mean, not everyone knew, but that suited me just fine. Yeah, me and the PA, we clash pretty often. He didn't always agree with my methods and opinions. And yeah, sometimes that made me angry, but angry enough to kill him? I'd never do that. No one gets along with every single one of their colleagues, and I'm no exception. That's normal. Did you speak to the ambulance driver? Well, I've seen him in the corridors a few times, but apart from a friendly nod here and there, never really interacted. How about the nurse? I don't respect anybody who works in nursing. I can hardly imagine the pressure these people must be under. Even though I've heard that some of them don't handle it too well. I still don't have enough information. How about the chief physician? Risk of sounding like a phony. I respect her very... Oh, we've already did this. And I don't think I need to do the janitor either. Alright. Looks like the janitor lied in his statement. You know anything about regarding the whereabouts of the janitor today? Janitor's a suspect? Why wouldn't he want to kill my brother? I always thought... His brother? Did we establish that yet? I always thought he was good-natured, but maybe I was wrong about him too. Didn't he find the murder weapon as well? And he didn't know what it was. Killed someone. I wouldn't turn the murder weapon over to the police. But who knows what goes on in his head. So you don't smoke anymore. You said you were taking a break. I'm not a murderer. I would never kill him. No, I don't smoke, but I am allowed to go anywhere in the hospital. Wherever I want, especially to my own brother's office door. You heard right. He was my brother. And I would never hurt my own family. I'd rather kill myself. I mean, I have wanted to see me, but I can't help that he died before he could change his mind. And I know what you would have done if I could just have talked to him again yesterday. What the hell is going on? I don't think I need to do the others. Oh my god, what is going on? Name personal dislike. Oh, namely a personal dislike combined with the nursing cuts. I already told you that I didn't like them. That doesn't mean I killed them. Temperamental doesn't mean that I'm a murderer. Yeah, he made... Okay, we did read this. Never mind. Yeah, that was the creepy one. All right. I don't know who it is. They all seem like suspects. Jail them all! Were you aware that the ambulance driver was actually the brother of the victim? Did I know they were related? Of course. I hired him after all. I'm not stupid. My assistant didn't like his brother very much. We discussed the prospect of firing him on several occasions. But in the end, he said his brother was weird but harmless. In fact, he was a very peaceable person. All the same, he didn't want to talk to him. You told me earlier that you and your PA couldn't stand... Oh, I already did this. Yep, I want to skip through this. Alright, tell me about the doctor. I don't know. Oh, I did it again. Didn't mean to do it. I'm not sure I know, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure I care if I know the right answer. I have completed my investigation. Can you reconstruct the course of events? Yes, I can tell you what happened here. Yeah, screw it. Oh, fantastic! So who did it? The case is absolutely clear. There's only one person who could have committed this heinous act, even though every single one of you had a motive. The solution is crystal clear. Oh, it gives me a way to back out. Alright, so who would it be? The brother? You think it's the brother? I don't know. My stretching break to determine who's going to be my patsy. Who am I going to throw under the bus? I don't even know who is who, to be honest. I really don't know. The game needs to do a better job on telling me who is who. chief physician. I don't think it was the chief physician. I think the brother is most likely, but here's the thing. I have no idea which one is the brother. I mean, I know the brother is the cat, or whatever that thing is. Squirrel? I don't know, with a fish on its shirt. But I don't know what was his role? Was it a nurse? It's the nurse! No, it really wasn't. Does that mean one of us didn't play the role well enough, or is it you that's the problem? I'm a doctor, not a detective. That's probably just as well. Was obviously the new doctor. After all, she was the only one whose alibi was contradicted by anyone. She said she spent all morning working on the files. The nurse was very clear that she kept running into the doctor in the hallway. So what was the motive then? Isn't it obvious? The PA and the new doctor used to work at the same hospital. The involuntary manslaughter that got him fired, but which they could never prove was him, that was actually a murder that she committed. And it didn't go down well with her when somebody else got credit for it. In fact, she took it so badly that she followed him to his new hospital, and when she caught him in the chief physician's office, she seized her opportunity for revenge. What on earth is going on? Very simple when you think about it. Yeah, sure. What the hell? Whatever, game. Wow, my hands are still shaking. I always get a kick out of acting. I'll be up all night tonight, even without coffee. Oh, I'd really pulled the wool over your eyes. Thought-eyed? Did he say though-eyed or thought-eyed? I guess he said thought-eyed. Sayonara! Oh. So, what do you think of the show? The show? Well, he's talking to the statue, by the way. You can even call all that hammy acting a show, then I'd say it was pretty straightforward. Can't believe you couldn't solve the murder. Hey, why not? It was tough. A bunch of amateurs made it easy for you. Hey, that's not very nice. Niceness has nothing to do with it. It's about acting, the only thing that keeps us grounded in this world. You have any tips for me? Well, I don't know if it's worth the effort. Can't really spare the time. Well, I must leave now. Farewell. You don't have any tips, do you? Hello? She's not answering anymore. I really wish they made it so that the statue talking was a different color. Alright, Pina, what's up? God, you couldn't solve the murder. It's okay. I still had fun. I'm glad to hear it. Whew, well, that was exciting. My knees are still knocking. My acting needs a little more practice. Well, I'm gonna get going now. What about you guys? I'll stay here in the fresh air for a while longer. Finley, do you have a moment? Alright, get home safe then. Night-night, crime busters! I feel like that was too long. That takes you out of the flow of the game. I don't know. I think it was a bit much. I didn't know it was about a murder. Sorry. I hope it wasn't too much for you. Really enjoyed it, though. Without you, I probably wouldn't have come. Thanks for getting my mind off things. Finley, I don't know how you're feeling right now. I don't know what it's like when somebody dies on you for the first time. I have to assume that it'll happen to me sometime, too. I'm pretty scared of it. Terrified, actually. But it's also part of the job, and a good doctor needs to be able to handle it. Hey, it might never happen to you. You're a great doctor. I think that's unrealistic. But when it happens, I want to be ready. What are you thinking right now? Oh, not much. All I want to do right now is sleep. And thank you for joining in. I wouldn't have had the nerves for it without you. You'll want to do it again in the future. Next time, I want to be the detective. Oh, I'd be honored to have you solve my murder. I want to keep going? What do you mean, I can manage? I'm sure you can. And if you're struggling, you can always come to me. It's like I do with you. but I'll be all right too, I think. Both with this and with life here in general. I think I like it here. People, the little streets, Hibernation Festival was great. I think I could feel at home here, especially with a partner in crime like you. Make sure that as few people die here as possible. That's the deal. Deal? Yeah. I mean, that was already the deal. That's a default deal. Oh, what did I get? Rehearse with the theater troupe. I got an achievement for that. Oh yeah. Can't wait to get a good night's sleep. Ooh, why is it making me hold on a minute? All right. We're gonna poke our nose around. All right, never mind. Absolutely nothing to interact with. I don't know why it gave me an "Are you sure?" option. There's literally nothing here to interact with. Good night, world.